Hi, I'm Annie Peaslee, and this presentation is on my final project. The boat I designed is a 65-foot luxury yacht. It's designed for comfort and relaxing. The boat's name is My Madeline after one of the clients. It's a classic, older style looking boat that the clients really wanted. Here's my use case. The clients, Madeline and Claude, an older couple from France. The boat will be used in the Mediterranean Sea from Antibes, France, to Spain and Italy to visit family. A 65-foot boat is large enough for all of their must-haves, but still can be captained by themselves without a crew. These are some of the boats included in my parametric study. They all have the traditional look that I was going for in my design. The inspiration for this boat mostly came from the Marlin. A picture is in the upper right-hand corner. It is a 52-foot 1930s commuter yacht. The clients really wanted the sun lounging space and the sunken-in seating near the bow that the Marlin has. I think I was able to capture that well in my final design. They also wanted to be able to see down into the galley from standing inside the cockpit. This is the final hull design I used for the boat. It is a semi-displacement hull with a rounded chine and broken shear. I had to add spray rails after doing some CFDs to minimize the spray coming in over the bow. The final lines plan is on the right. To the left is the final propulsive run going a total of 12.5 knots. To the right is the multi-speed run showing wake patterns. I originally hoped that the boat would go 14 knots, but it only ended up going 12.5. If I had to change something, I would probably keep tweaking my hull to get that 14 knots that I was going for. The engines used for this boat are twin 150 horsepower Yanmar 4LV engines. The engine room is in the middle of the boat. Access is through the hatch in the cockpit. I chose this engine because information was very accessible and Yanmar provides a 3D model of their engine. These are the 2D drawings of the boat. The deck layout shows the cockpit and helm as well as all the exterior lounging. To the port side of the boat is the head and hanging locker in the master suite. A settee is in the cockpit and a galley and bunker down forward. Section 8 is shown on the left in the bottom corner and Station 4 is on the right. Here is the final look of the boat. I think that it really captures the older traditional style that the clients were looking for. The windows and the portholes are a very traditional style, and the brass fittings that can be found throughout the boat really ties everything together. Length overall of this boat is 65 feet. Length on the waterline is 62.5 feet. Beam overall is 15.6 feet. Draft is 2.6 feet, and displacement is 68,626 pounds. This boat has 500 gallons of fuel, 300 gallons of water, and a 150-gallon black water tank. Sun lounging can be found forward and also aft on the boat. There is the sunken-in seating near the bow area. This minimizes the space inside the boat, but it was a feature that the clients really wanted. There is a ladder to get in and out, and the side decks are plenty wide for you to walk on. I think that the roof really captures the classical look that the clients wanted. The roof features include brass dorade vents for the engine room ventilation, varnished wood radar tower, a brass spotlight, and wood light boards for the starboard and port navigational lights. The structure calculations are to ISO standards. It is a cold molded construction with Western red cedar for a lightweight and durable hull. The hull thickness is 17.5 millimeters, which includes 4 layers of plus minus 45 degree cedar veneers. Frames and stringers are solid cedar attached to the veneers. The cockpit of the boat is enclosed and spacious. There's a settee and table for eating. This space is pretty minimal because of the entrance from the side deck and the stairs going to the stateroom aft and the galley and bunks forward. There's plenty of visibility from the helm, and you can see the engine room access hatch in the cockpit in this photo. I was able to design this sort of open helm on the port side that the clients wanted so that you can see down into the galley standing at the helm or from inside the cockpit. It also just opens up the space a little bit. You can see that there are 2 Garmin chart plotters and throttles for the engines at the helm. Here's a dollhouse view of the whole interior. The clients wanted to continue the traditional feel inside the boat without the whole interior being wood like most older style boats. The painted walls and marble countertops bring a more modern feel inside, but the varnished wood on the hull sides and exposed frames still incorporate a classical feel. This is the aft stateroom for the clients. There are stairs leading from inside the cockpit to this aft cabin. There's a queen-sized bed with a head which includes a shower and an electric toilet. There's a large hanging locker for clothes and storage, and a door to access the aft deck. The full galley includes a large sink, 2 top-loading Dometic fridges, an electric 2-burner cooktop, while still maintaining some counter space and cabinet space for storage. A brass faucet was chosen to bring that exterior classical look inside the boat. There are 2 heads on this boat, one for the clients in the aft stateroom and one for the guests aboard the boat. Both have an electric toilet, a counter, and standing shower. Following the classical look, again, the faucets and shower heads are an older style finished in brass. There are 2 twin-size bunks forward for overnight guests, each with a hanging locker above, providing space for storage and clothing. Because the sunken-in seating near the bow limits the space, there are cutouts under the seats to provide foot space when lying in the bunks. Thank you all for watching this presentation.